wanted to show some of the technology that we're using here. This is I'm applying anhydrous ammonia right now. It's a source of nitrogen for corn, which is one of the nitrogen is one of the main nutrients that corn needs. And this is our display here. I'm using an agleader display. The blue in the background of the display is a prescription that I made varying the rate. I make that off of our yield maps that we make with the combine. And basically the areas where have higher yield potential, we put more nutrients, and areas where there's less yield potential, we put less nutrients. So it helps us conserve fertilizer and put more fertilizer where it's needed, so it's more effective. So you can see the darker areas are higher nutrients. I've got a couple of dark blue spots. I put a couple high nitrogen checks in there just to see what happens if we push the nitrogen a little bit. Otherwise you can see varying colors through it, and the controller here will automatically vary the rate as I enter those areas using GPS. It tells us, we'll use this prescription to automatically change the rate. There's a flow meter on the toolbar that tells it how much it's flowing, and then there's a adjustable valve on there, and so it will use the speed and the flow rate to figure out how much needs to be applied. So you can just see where the little arrow going around there. There's lots of information on the screen. Acres covered, you'll see that going up. That's a light bar, basically telling me if I need to go right or left to not overlap or not leave a gap. And then it's also drawing a line on the map to show me where I need to go to follow. I can see that on there. There's also a couple different ways you can do that. You can do just a coverage map like this with a triangle to keep on there, and just another view here. And there's some more information over here. I'm currently running a prescription, but I can manually select different rates. If I put it on one of these manual rates, I can raise and lower it, and you'll see this is the target rate, the 130 pounds on the top. That's what the prescription is telling it to apply. The number below that is the amount that's actually being applied at this any given time. And this green bar down here tells us that it is applying. And you can see it says 100%. You could actually have multiple sections being controlled, like on our sprayer we have 3 sections, and then it would show you which sections were off, which ones were on. We just have one section on the anhydrous toolbar. This yellow bar up there is telling me an estimate of how full my tank is. It's just a guesstimate, it doesn't know exactly. I got speed up here. Let's see, what other information do we got here? I guess that's about it here. This is just a legend to show what's actually being applied. I could flag things if I wanted to. I don't really use that. Draw boundaries. This is my guidance as far as drawing my lines and stuff. I usually leave it in this mode most often. It's just... I'm back again. My card got full when I was trying to finish my video yesterday on the technology that we use. I'm in a new field today. I think I ended on this screen saying that this is the screen I normally excuse me, leave the display on. It's just a nice easy screen to see where I need to go. I'm actually going in soybean stubble right now, so it's pretty easy to see where I've been. If you can see that on the camera there, pretty easy to see where I've been. But if I'm going in a field that's had some tillage done to it, it gets a little harder to see where you've been, so I just leave it on this screen, and every now and then if I get a little, if I can't see where I was, I look over at this and can see where I need to be. I'm not using any kind of auto steer. I am manually driving the tractor. we don't have auto steer hooked up. If I had auto steer, or the guidance path I'm using here is what's called a smart path. It basically just draws me a line based off my last pass to minimize overlaps and gaps. If I was using auto steer, I would draw a straight AB line, it's called, across the field, and each pass would automatically be driven parallel to that, so it would take out any, as you can see the squiggles in there, it would take that out and be a perfectly straight pass. So maybe someday. You can see I'm using quite a bit less nitrogen in this field. This is getting only 60 pounds of actual nitrogen. That's the actual nitrogen rate, not the anhydrous rate being applied. We soil sample every year in this field. Didn't need as much nitrogen for corn, and plus it had manure applied pretty heavily throughout the winter, so manure is also a nitrogen source, so it's not getting nitrogen, or as much nitrogen as the last field I was in yesterday. You see down here, this little triangle looking thing shows auto swath, which means the machine will automatically shut itself off if it passes into an area that's already had nitrogen applied to it. Once again, to you know, keep us from wasting fertilizer, that sort of thing. There's also this screen which gives me some more information. It tells me the field totals, the amount of actual anhydrous that's applied, and then the amount of actual nitrogen applied. There's some productivity information, how fast I've been going, average speed, operating time, area complete, distance traveled, area remaining, and so on. I can enter some notes on the field if I wanted to. I don't really use that too much. Maybe for spraying we'll use that a little bit more. I was going to show you the auto swath here when I come to the end of the field here, and you'll see that the green bar here and here will go off as I enter the area where I've already applied around the edge of the field here. We call that the headlands. You'll see that automatically switch off here right about now. It should go right there. It switched off. And all I have to do is pick the implement up, turn around, and put her back in the ground, and it turns back on when I get to the place I haven't applied yet.